You know, every day when I drive my daughter to school, I come past this issue of where parents are walking their children to school, and they are walking along the footpath, or sometimes there's no footpath and it's down a little side lane or something, and the child is walking on the outside and the parents are walking on the inside. So every time I see it, it bugs me. This morning, and I don't see just one in that particular, I can see 5, 6, sometimes, anywhere up to 8 to 10 parents all doing the same thing. Parents on the inside, children on the outside near the road. And I know when I'm walking with my daughter, she's always on the inside. And sometimes we might start walking and she's on the outside, but as soon as I realize that, she's on the inside. And it only takes a second for you to realize that. So you can't be walking for 5 minutes and then you realize, oh, she's walking on the outside, bring her on the inside. No, it should take a second for you to realize that. But this morning, as I'm driving down a little side lane, and a lot of cars take this shortcut because it's a convenient way to get away from the rest of the traffic. So a lot of cars take this little shortcut. And this morning, there's this dad who's walking with his daughter, and she's walking on the outside. And it really annoyed me because it's a small lane, there's no footpath, and she was holding his hand. But you know how kids, when they're walking, their bodies are moving this way and that way. And as I turned into the lane, they were right there. And I immediately braked to slow down because I'm thinking, this kid loses her father's hand, she'll just run out onto the road. So as a driver, it's scary for us because should something happen, we will get the blame. No doubt about that. But even worse than that, the child. Children are children. They play around. Now, sometimes I see parents holding the children's hands, but sometimes they're not. And I'm talking about 2, 3, 4-year-old children. Forget, the 5, 6, 7, and 8. I mean, I see that too. But these little kids at that age, they like to dart here and there. So I wanted to do this video for those parents that don't think twice about this, because honestly, it's something that you can easily forget, or maybe you're not brought up that way so you don't know, or it's not something you think about so you just don't do it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not criticizing anyone. We all have our faults. But I think this is just an important issue because I see it every day, and these children are at risk because the traffic, and I see this happening along the roads where the traffic is going at 60 k's an hour. And the children are walking on the outside and the parents are on the inside. Please, parents, if you do that, let your kids walk on the inside and you walk on the outside. Try it. Start it today. I'm not criticizing you. Sometimes our mind is full. Sometimes we forget things, But once you get into the habit of doing it, like I said, it'll take a second for you to realize, oops, the child is on the outside. Switch places. It's as easy as that. I do it with my daughter. And it's just her safety that I think about. And that's why I do it. So that was just my little something for today, because I've been noticing this far too long. But this morning, it was a little bit too close for comfort with this little 2 or 2.5-year-old and her dad walking her to her daycare. And, it could have been an accident waiting to happen. So that's why I wanted to do this video. And if it'll help one person or one parent, this is fabulous. If you disagree with me, leave a comment. If you agree, I'm open to opinions. I don't mind if you want to share something and you don't agree with me. That's all good. But that was my thought for the day. You go and have an awesome and blessed day.